Yo, what's good, everybody? We are live. Obviously, you see me out here solo dolo. Ed had to do some family stuff, So, guys, just send your best, wishes and prayers to him. And Justin's working. Justin's working, but it's just me today. It's just me today, holding it down. Before we obviously get into it, like I say, every single show, like, comment, subscribe for your boy. You know what I mean? Show us some love. If you want to comment on something or say we say something stupid, give your thoughts and opinions on it. We'd love to hear it. You know what I mean? Go ahead and leave us a comment. Show us some love, man. We're trying to grow the channel. You know what I mean? And I potentially have a big guest in the works, maybe two big guests in the works. It's going to come on either next Wednesday or next Friday. And another person the week after that. So stay tuned for that, man. We're going on some stuff behind the scenes, trying to get some more guests on here. Try to continue to grow the channel and whatnot and keep going. But yeah, we're here. It is week 3 of the NFL season. First game of the week 3 started last night with the Niners and the Giants. We're going to talk about that a little bit as well. We're going to talk about some big games that's going to be coming on this Sunday and Monday. We're going to also talk about some injuries that's going on and you know what I mean? All that good stuff. So last night, let's talk about the Niners and the Giants that played last night. Obviously, there's not much to talk about, but I still want to talk about it. Niners look good. Niners honestly look like the best team in the NFL right now. They look unstoppable. Now, granted, they haven't really played that many good teams. They've only played the Steelers and the Rams. Rams are pretty solid. But they played the Giants, the Steelers, and the Rams. You know what I mean? And then obviously the Steelers got whooped the first week. Shout out to Ed, by the way. And then the Giants got whooped last night. But it was a pretty good game. At least for the Niners, their defense looked amazing. Only thing I got to say about them is Brock Purdy does not look that good. He didn't really look that good last night. He did. He's just a really good system QB. That's all I really have to say about him. Really good numbers, and I feel like Kyle Shanahan knows exactly what to do with him. He knows how to make the best plays for him. Like I said, he knows how to put them in the best situations for him to succeed. That's what good coaches do, so I can't really fault them for that. You know what I mean? But yeah. Yeah, he looked really good. I'm not concentrating what I just said, obviously, but he looks pretty solid. 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. McCaffrey was doing his thing as well, 18 carries, 85 yards. And Debo had a great game. Debo was cooking all night long. Felt bad for that Giants defense. They couldn't do anything with them, And they got 20 weapons. Kittle, McCaffrey, Debo. There's nothing you can do. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Let's talk about some big matchups that's coming this weekend. One of the big matchups that I saw, sorry guys, doing it live. So the first big game that I really want to talk about is, let's go with the Monday night game actually. But the Buccaneers and the Eagles, that's going to be a good game. Surprisingly, the Bucs are 2-0. I don't know where that came from. I had no faith in them. I thought when they lost TB12, they're going to fall off tremendously. But here they are, 2-0. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I think that they're going to lose for sure. But it is kind of good, especially me being an OU alum. Shout out to Boomer Center. Shout out to the boys. It's good to kind of see Baker Mayfield do his thing because I think me and Ed talked about in the show how this was his last chance. You know what I mean? And then we were, of course, rooting for Kyle Trask because I'm a Gator boy as well. I'm a big Gator fan. If you guys haven't known that already, I'm a big Gator fan. And Kyle Trask, he went to UF. So we were rooting for him to get a starting job, but Baker won it, and you kind of see why Baker won it. He's just managing the game. He's kind of a Brock Purdy in the sense that he's just really good in the system that they got going on down there in Tampa, and he knows how to play it right, and he's just taking care of the ball, managing the game well. And that's all you can ask for in that type of offense. I mean, and the boys look good, especially the defense. The defense looks great. And I remember Devin White, he requested a trade in the offseason, and then obviously, retracted it. But he also said just now, I think he said a few days ago that he's glad that he, retracted his trade request and that he couldn't believe he wanted to go anywhere else because of how much fun they're having, So it's good to see them boys having fun. I've always been, not always, but like when Tom Brady was with the Bucs, I kind of liked him. Not gonna lie, I like Tom Brady. I got respect for him, even though he was playing for the Patriots most of those years and giving my Ravens the work. I mean, he didn't give us the work every single time. We were definitely winning some of those games as well. But yeah, man. But yeah, the Bucks and the Eagles is gonna be a good game. I do have the Eagles winning that game just because I think that Smitty and AJ Brown is gonna be too much for them boys, and I think that running game that they have with DeAndre Swift and Eagles offensive line, which is probably the best offensive line in the league in my opinion, the boys are gonna be too much for them, and I think that Eagles defense is gonna tee off on Baker Mayfield and make it hard for him. Now, I'm really excited to see that Darius Slay and that Mike Evans matchup on Monday night too as well. Is what I'm going to watch for as well. But I think Mike Evans is going to definitely beat out Slay. In that matchup, win that 1v1. But football is obviously the ultimate team sport, and you're going to need more than that. So I have the Bucks losing, actually big. I know it's a home game for them, but I got the Eagles teeing off on the boys and putting the work on them. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, there's not that many good games this week. I know there's another pretty solid game, which would be between the. Actually, no, it's not gonna be a good game. Not that many good games this week, guys. To be honest with you, but there's obviously still gonna be some football going on. But interesting game, I would say, not good, but interesting game that's going to be going on is the Saints and the Packers. I think that the Packers are better than people expected them to be. I think everybody expected the Lions to kind of just be the front runner of that division and just blow everybody out of the water, especially with the Vikings taking a step back, especially with the awful defense they have. And, the Bears being the Bears. We're going to talk about them too as well. There's a lot going on up there in Chicago. But I think everybody expected the Lions to take over. But the Packers are actually doing pretty good. Jordan Love looks really good. I was rooting for him too as well. I'm excited about him. And that's going to be a very interesting game with it being in Green Bay as well. The Saints being 2-0. They've been playing pretty solid without Derek Carr. I got to give it to him. I didn't have that much faith in Derek Carr, but he's doing his thing. You know what I mean? So very interesting to see. I can't talk today. Very interesting to see, and I'm excited for it. I do think that the Packers are going to win that game, though, just because it's in Green Bay, and I think that defense is a lot better than people think it is up there in Green Bay, and I think Derek Carr might struggle. You know what I mean? And it's like that running game is hanging on by a thread without Alvin Kamara. It's just last week being suspended, which is good for my fantasy team because I got Alvin Kamara, but against Green Bay, you have to run the ball a little bit more because they got one of the best corners, obviously, in the league, probably top 3, maybe top 2 corner in the league with Jair Alexander, and he might lock up Michael Thomas or Chris Olave, whoever they put him on. I think Chris Olave is better than Michael Thomas now, but anyway, it's going to be a good game. Going to be a good game for sure. But let's stop talking about games for a second. Let's talk about the Chicago Bears. There's been a lot going on. First thing that we saw was Justin Fields was being interviewed, and they asked him, hey, straight up, what's been going on with your playing style? You've been kind of sterile out there. And he said it's been the coaching. Now, I think that was kind of crazy for Justin Fields to say just because this isn't college football, bro. You can't just hop on a transfer portal and just leave. You know what I mean? Like, this is the NFL. They will cut you. They will plan to move on without you fast like that, bro. You can't be saying stuff like that. But, I mean, he's kind of right, though. He's kind of right, though, if you think about it, because I think that I've been watching a little bit of the Browns games as well, and the play calling is horrible. They're not creative at all. It's very stale, nothing really flashy. It's just like the old school football that doesn't really work in the NFL anymore. Like, that's kind of like what the offense is. And it's like, when all else fails, try to just get Justin Fields to run an open field. It's like, yeah, that works sometimes, but you can't just rely on it every single play, which is why the offense is stale and stagnant, like they said, and that's why Justin Fields said the offense is just like not working. So I don't know. We're gonna see what's going on with there. It's been a dumpster fire up there, and obviously with Chase Claypool not giving his all up there in Chicago as well. I know they've been complaining since last season about him just not giving effort, and you kind of hate to see that because he has an opportunity that people would love to have. He's an NFL wide receiver. He keeps making a 53-man roster. And we obviously see people in week 4 preseason get cut all the time and get their dreams crushed like that. And it's like he's taking that for granted. You hate to really see that kind of stuff too. So I think that kind of stuff is just affecting the team more and more. And then obviously we saw the defensive coordinator resigned. Now I know there were some different reports out there about what's going on. I don't want to speak on anything. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but The fact that he resigned like that can't be good. Can't be good. Excuse me, guys. I'm parched. That can't be good though, because one, that either means that some of the reports that came out were true, and I know if you guys have seen that, you know what I'm talking about, and that doesn't really look too good. I can't really say that on YouTube what he was doing. I mean, what he was allegedly doing, what the reports were saying. But that can't be good. When people just run away like that, they're kind of admitting fault. Or two, he was trying to look for an easy way out to get away from the organization, which kind of already tells what we already really have been telling. I mean, what kind of tells what we've been all thinking, that the Bears are just a dumpster fire organization. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you wish that they were good. The Bears would be good because of their history. You know, well, I can't even say the history. They don't have that much history. But, you know, it is what it is, man. I'm intrigued to really see what happens with that organization, just because, like I said, that whole thing is just messy. I want to know what's really going on. I kind of wish I had a press conference to kind of either denounce what was said, or just kind of like, you know what I mean, give some clarity to what was going on, you know. So we'll see, man. We'll see. There's one more game I want to talk about before we get up on out of here. It's going to be a short show today, guys. I'm fairly busy, and there's a lot going on right now, so it's going to be a short show, like I said. But one more game I do want to talk about is the facts. Shout out to Leo, by the way. Yeah, they've just been terrible on offense, man. Like I just said, like their offense is just stale and it's not flashy. There's nothing. It's very predictable, especially in the NFL. You can't be predictable in the NFL. You know, if the Bears were higher, I think the Bears need to go after. I think they need to fire their head coach. They need to go after EB. You know, Washington. They need to go after EB because the head coach, it's just a dumpster fire. He has no control over the team. It's already ugly. It's just all ugly. The defensive coordinator is resigning. There's reports of so much stuff going on, people getting raided and stuff like that. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I think the Bears need to just have a fresh restart. They got a young quarterback, Justin Fields, who I think has generational talent. And then they're just kind of wasting his prime. You know? It is what it is, man. But one more game, let's talk about the Rams and the Bengals. So, Joe Burrow's not been looking good, man. Let's just call a spade a spade. He got that big contract this offseason, and he has not been looking good whatsoever. I think that he's hurt, in my opinion. I think he's hurt. I think he's been hurt. I remember, I don't know if it was his calf or his Achilles or something like that. He was scrambling in preseason, well, not preseason, but in the camp. And he just, on his own, just started jogging, and then he just, like, stopped, obviously. You guys have seen a video before. But yeah, man, I think that he's still kind of hurt from that. And I think his pride, or just not even his pride, but just his kind of his arrogance is kind of stopping him from sitting out and taking necessary time to heal. And I get it. I can get it. I can understand it. I mean, you know, not wanting to stay on the sidelines and watch your boys play without you, especially this year. The AFC is so tough. You know what I mean? Like, every game matters, which is true. But I think he should have sat out the first 3 games, in my opinion. You know, I get why he wants to play, but he should have sat the first 3 games out, because he's kind of hurting his team more than he's helping his team right now. And the fact he's taking all these hits over and over again is adding up on his body. You know what I mean? That boy Leo said Joe Mixon at QB3 is so crazy. Yeah, shit, win the Wildcat. At this point, goddamn, you're going to lose anyway. They're 0-2. They should have sat him and let him heal and then come back and then, you know, let them play the next 14 games and have a good season. But no, they're just still playing worse. And now they got the Rams this week. I think the Rams are going to tee off on the Bengals just because they've been looking good so far. I know they just traded away Cam Akers. But that boy, I don't want to say his name wrong. Puka. I probably said his name horribly wrong. Puka. I know my boy Orlando loves him. But he's been balling. This man is 2 games in. Got 25 receptions, 266 yards, and average of 10 yards a catch. That is very impressive for somebody that was drafted late as he was, and the way he's been playing has been very impressive. So I do think the boys are going to tee off. Puka, yeah, I can't say his name right, bro. I'm going to feel like I'm going to say some racist if I try to pronounce his last name. but yeah, man, it's been good seeing him have fun and play games. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm solo dolo. I can't really talk about too much. I don't talk about a lot about the boys. It sucks being here by myself, but it is what it is, man. But yeah, I think the Rams are going to run through the Bengals and do their thing. I just talk about my Ravens really quick before I get on out of here. So my Ravens play the Colts this week. Kind of bittersweet because, like you guys know, I'm a huge Gator fan, and I love AR-15 or Anthony Richardson. And he's hurt. He got a concussion, I think, last game, and he's not playing Sunday, which kind of sucks. So they're playing Gardner Minshew. Jesus, I can't speak today. Gardner Minshew, and it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly. They're coming to Baltimore too as well. I think we're gonna tee off on the boys, especially Gardner. He's not ready for that Ravens defense. And we'll go 3-0, 3-0, man. I'm excited for my boys. They're looking good so far. But yeah, I think that our injuries was holding us back, though. I know that Marlon Humphrey, he's not playing Sunday. Odell, he's hurt. You know what I mean? Let me pull up some more of these injuries really quick so I know what I'm talking about. I know Lamar wasn't feeling too good, but I know something happened to Lamar. Well, I'm not too sure, but I think something happened to it with him. But yeah, OBJ is out. I think his ankle's messed up. I know Marlon Humphrey, like I said, is out. I gotta look at the other injuries. I can't pull it up right now. But yeah, we got some injuries. Not looking good for us. But I think with a weak opponent like the Colts, that will be fine. We'll be fine. Especially like our D line is looking good. Our front seven is looking good. I think we're gonna do great things. So I'm excited to see us play too as well. I got us winning. Let's go 35-13. We'll give them a touchdown in the second quarter off some BS. We'll give them like a garbage time touchdown. Let's go with that. And then miss the extra point. So 35-13, Ravens. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys tuning in, or my boy Leo holding it down, man. Hope you've been doing good, brother. I love you, man. I appreciate you, bro, for coming in and just showing some love. That always means the most. But yeah, man, appreciate you guys. Whoever's watching this now or someone that's going to watch this later, show us some love, leave some comments, let us know your thoughts and opinions on things. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff for us. And hopefully we get the other two guys back next week so we can give you guys a longer episode. And like I said, we might have somebody special on next week, working on that. So if we do, obviously announce it on our Instagram and our Twitter as well. You can follow us at 352 Blitz. All one word, all the same username on all those platforms as well. I keep saying Twitter, my bad. X. Follow us on X at 352 Blitz. But yeah, man, that's it. I appreciate you guys. I love y'all. We'll catch y'all later, man. Take care.